Alright, can you guys hear me? Hopefully all the problems with the stream has settled down, because I was not having a good time over here with this stream. But hopefully everything's okay. And I just want to know if everyone can see me okay, everyone can hear me alright. Let me put on my gloves. My costume for today is Cowboy Cameron. So that's interesting. If I wouldn't say so myself. I lost my other glove. It's been such a chaotic thing to set up the stream, because I had to well, I struggled a little bit with it in the beginning. Oh, here's the other one. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we're gonna talk a little bit about kind of what we've been doing in production wise, and kind of what we want to do, and then also I need to set up, I'm gonna show you guys a sneak peek of the storyboards we have and everything, right? If you see me with these headphones a little weird, it's because I literally cannot hear properly. Alright, all set. Okay. Let me tag everyone in the server real quick and we'll get started. So I try to make this as short as possible because I don't want it to be too long. But I did have little problems during the stream, so that was a little issue of mine. A lot of things had to do with OBS kind of failing on me real quick. Oh, it was a little bad. Alright. And set. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Let's go then. Okay, so let's talk about, let me get to the actual page we have here. Alright, there we go. So kind of what we've been planning. So we've been planning this episode, which is the first episode, really, officially, for a while now. It's been a couple of years. So we've been wanting to release it, but we kept changing kind of what the vibes were of the episode. So everything is, it's been a little bit difficult to figure out, what we wanted to do, what direction we wanted to go. We wanted to start the episode from the start, and then we kind of went no, we don't want to do that anymore. It's gonna be really difficult to write a story when it's right at the beginning is where we should do it, right? At least in the way I was struggling with the story wise. That was kind of a thing. I just want to see if everything's working fine here. Oh, I'm echoing? Just want to make sure I'm not echoing real quick. Hello? Everything's good? Can anyone hear an echo, by the way? Maybe my imagination? I might dress like a Coco character? I wish. No, I'm Cowboy Cameron, which is just Cameron as a cowboy. And this is kind of my outfit for that. Alright, just want to know, I'm here. Okay, everyone hear me okay? That's great. Alright, I thought I was echoing there for a second. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get to this then. So yeah, this was the first concept of, back in 2015. I wanted to start this off kind of, it's ironic we ended up starting at the same way I wanted to start this off, so that's kind of what we did. Then moving on, this is kind of a concept we have been doing I've been doing character studies. Oh, you can't see this stuff. Hold on. Sorry about that. There we go. So there we go. That's better. Okay, so this was the picture I was referring to. This was kind of a first attempt ever at creating the first episode. It was back in 2015. I was 15, so this is all we had going off before. And now we're kind of working over, we're kind of trying to do another episode. We did a couple more attempts. We wanted to start off with Stuart's birthday, so we kind of had this these storyboards where his sister would come in and kind of leave flowers. So we got kind of this going down. We decided not to go through with that for the reason that it would be a little bit difficult to start off the story in the middle, I guess, because it just left a lot of plot holes. So we reworked the script after a couple of years, and we tried another attempt until we were working on this. This would basically end up being the next episode, but it resulted in kind of Stuart waking up at the grave, kind of Cameron being on top of him, being just a little screaming at each other. It's a little terrifying to wake up to someone being there. So that's why we had the second attempt. Kind of concepts of that would be this board. We had concepts of it with let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we had these were the color palettes for it. Kind of was starting to tie down the style here. Excuse me. So yeah, I was trying to tie down the style here. I was working on some color keys. Kind of wanted this style for the paint backgrounds, and then they became more elaborate before. So that's kind of what I have here. And then we started working on a test of a new episode, which was the one we're gonna sneak peek now, which would involve just Cameron bringing back Stuart from the grave. So we did a couple of light studies here. I was figuring out kind of what colors I wanted, what shading I wanted, and then we did a little animation test for that as well, which I'm not gonna, there you go. So that was just a little animation test. I don't know if it's gonna be in the final version, but this is kind of what I want the animation to look like in terms of lighting and shading and stuff like that. Might be a little difficult to pull out, but I think we got it. I think we can do it. Alright, so from there on, we move on to actual concept art for this episode particularly. So we had some pictures of a couple scenes that you will see, not in this one particularly, but you'll see when we release the episode, kind of some facial expressions made by Fern, and kind of a little panel here. We also have a couple hands to figure out, because I really like how she draws her hands, so I told her, like, give me your hand style. I'm gonna take it from you. So we got a little bit of the props we'll be using, and this is kind of the character that is going to be introduced in this episode, Eve, this little monster, little ghosty thing that you've seen in concept art before. So we're not going to elaborate too much on her, but I do want to introduce her fairly early, so we will get to see this little animal, not this episode, but next episode, for sure. Alright, so yeah, kind of the place that Cameron will be in next episode is kind of this going on. A little mind place that he goes in. Alright, and then now tying down more of the character design, we have this turnaround that is made by Kira but adjusted by me for this episode. So let me get you that turnaround. So yeah, it's all Cameron in all angles with the hoodie he has. His iconic shirt is underneath the hoodie, but this is kind of what we have going on. And then with the hood, just so that we know how to draw the hood. Oops, my bad. So we know how to draw the hood. And now, I wanted to do a reading of the script, but I feel like with the sneak peek, you'll have enough to go off of. I don't want to reveal too much, because if I do, then you won't be excited for the next episode. But lately I've been doing these backgrounds for Ghost Friends, and I kind of figured out kind of the background style I wanted for it. It's always meant to be really pretty, so I kind of went for this. And this is actually a background that you will see in the episode fairly on. You'll see it in the little sneak peek we have, but yeah, I love it so much. It's going to be moving. The rain is actually going to be animated, not in just a moving kind of way, but in an actual hand-drawn way. So we have this kind of background. I'll post this on Instagram as well. And then that leads us to concept art made by Francisco. So Francisco is my partner, and he makes amazing concept art. So here's some kind of ideas for how the little orb that we'll talk about will move. Because Stuart in this one is he appears in the first episode, but he's a little orb. And then kind of concept art involving kind of light and how it's gonna move and work, the effects. And lastly, kind of the souls coming out of the graves, kind of how we expect that to go. So that's a little bit of the concept art we have going on. Alright, so I will answer questions at the very end of the stream really quick, but just showing off some quick ones. Again, the orb, little stored orb. Yeah, so I'll answer questions at the end of the stream, but I will show the preview of what we have, the sneak peek. And yeah, just showing off a little bit of this. Lastly, we will be experimenting with sand animation, so I kind of have this little thing going on. This is my test on how it would work. It'll be fairly simple. I don't want to go too hardcore that I can't like finish it, right? Alright, so now, without further ado, let's get to that sneak peek. Okie dokie. So let me just go into... Let me shut off my mic, and the music. So let me do that real quick.
Jesus! Don't tell me I broke it. I'm already grave robbing. Why not throw in destruction of property while I'm at it? Come on, Cameron. Stay focused. Come on. Come on. That wasn't so hard. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing.
Alright, you should be back to me now. It was fairly short, but it's kind of what the vibes we want to give off. We do have more storyboards, but this is just kind of like the rough of we got together into like an animatic and stuff. Back to me now. Take off these hands. It was fairly short, but it's kind of what. But yeah, so far we got that going on, and just the proof to show you we are working on the other episode. Like the rough of we are making it happen. We got together into like an and take off these hands. Yeah, so I can take questions if you guys have any questions. So far, can you guys hear me right still? I don't know if everything is working out fine here. We are making it happen. All right, it should be working good. But yeah. So that is what we have so far. You saw all the concept art. It's just been a wild little process. We're trying to get everything set up and ready to go. Once the storyboards are completely finished, we will get right onto animation, and then it should be finished in maybe a couple months, hopefully. We'll try to work as fast as we can. And ready to go. Once the storyboards that is we will get. So we got it. So I can answer any questions if you guys have them. If not, I will end the stream, and I wish you guys a happy Halloween. I'll still post the video on its own, right, without the concept explanation. So you do have the little sneak peek on your own to like share with. Oh, there is an echo. If not, I will end the stream. Okay, is that better? Sorry, forgot to turn off my audio. What I'm saying is, I will show the sneak peek on its own, upload it on its own, and yeah. So that's what we have not so far, but what we have to show you guys. I don't want to show too much. The episode's fairly short, so I don't want to like reveal too much, I guess, but it is hopefully it's good. And yeah, so we got the concept art, we got the kind of the way we want to make it, we got the art direction finally figured out, because it's been I couldn't figure it out in the first pilot. That was like a test of that we could see it, where we could do it, and we could, so we're making another one. So yeah, any questions? Okie dokie, let's see. It was nice, thank you for showing. You're welcome. I'm sorry if I'm a little nervous. I haven't been on the camera for a very long time. Everything looks amazing, dude. Thank you so much. So yeah, I will post this on its own, and since there's no questions, I will be heading off to celebrate my Halloween. But yeah, hopefully this was entertaining enough. Hopefully like you guys enjoyed a little bit of this. Without further ado, I'll see you guys around.